this album used, well, Inner Speaker was a bit more guitar based than this album. This one, have you used more instruments or have you replicated instruments through machines?
Yeah, there's definitely more instruments. I think it was kind of like first album was kind of imagining a band setting up and playing and writing the songs like that, you know, where the guitar part would go the whole song through, it would change, and then like, you know, the bass would be going the whole time, the drums would be going the whole time. But with this one, it was kind of more like getting a whole sort of like plethora of instruments and just sort of picking them for different parts of the song, like, you know, as you would as like an orchestra of like sounds. It can just, like, a guitar can come in for 2 seconds and then disappear forever, you know, it doesn't have to be there the whole time. So it's kind of just like, I just felt more liberal with when things could like happen in a song, you know, when like a sound can come in, all that kind of stuff.
How do you replicate it live if you're just using bits of songs?
We have a
bits of
few tricks up our sleeve. That's kind of been like the most fun thing about putting the live show together recently, is that it we're using all these things that I've never used before, you know, like MIDI keyboards and stuff like that, and drum machine trigger things and stuff, like all things are kind of connected to each other, and people can, like Dom, for example, plays keys and guitar, like, you know, play keys for like a few seconds and then switch to his guitar and then change his guitar sound and then back to the keyboard and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think the challenge of it makes it more fun and exciting for us. It's a lot more interesting doing what we're doing now, trying to like bring together this album into the live scenario than just kind of everyone learning their bit and then that's pretty much it. I think it's much more stimulating trying to replicate or trying to adapt the album to doing it live, I think.
Do you ever freak out and go like, hang on, I've got to finish that on the keys and then get over here and somehow manage to manipulate my fingers and get a, you know, or whatever, or...
That's the whole time.
See, proper working during a show.
I actually have the least to do, but I screw up the most. I hit the most bung chords out of anyone in the band, and I'm the least busy. Except I'm singing, which takes a lot out of you.
So you have to be on the whole time.
Totally. We don't... Well, if we were actually like talented, we probably would be able to like drink and stuff. But now we like don't drink before we play and stuff. And
really,
oh,
actually, that's true. I don't get that trolleyed.
Yeah, you totally have to be on, and it makes it. I prefer it than just kind of being on autopilot, because then it's not as much like when you're stimulated, it's more fun. I find. Like,
yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Although sometimes it'd be easy just if you just wanted to phone a gig in. You know, sometimes you can't be bothered. Do you ever get like
that?
We care too much, man.
Let's keep going on with this album. Actually, before we do, so you produced this with the same producer you did last time for Inner Speaker, Dave, right?
He was the mixing.
So you produced it and he mixed it?
Yeah, sure.
Right, okay. Because would you ever go with someone else then, like for producing? So you produced the whole album?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that, but it's not really like I'm sitting there going, right, I'm producing this album. It's kind of just doing it, you know. I wouldn't know where the line is between an artist and a producer, because
right.
It's just kind of doing it. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I just sort of make the song and work on it until it's apparently finished.
Is it their ear though that's meant to be the fine thing, and that, you know, that they can tweak it, or you can just do that yourself? Is that what you're saying?
Oh well, when Dave comes into it, it's very kind of scientific and physical, because he's like taking the tracks and I'll give him like a rough mix of like, this is what I'm trying to make it sound like, and he'll take that in individual tracks, and then Dave Fridman-ize it.
Right.
Dave Fridman-ify it, and it just has a much sort of more explosive and dynamic sound to it than I can ever do, because he's Dave Fridman and he has cosmic wizard abilities.